Let's see how that feels. Get it. Get it, no worries. Get it, get it, get it. Yeah, yeah. Get it. Woo. Oh. Yep. Psyched. Not psyched.
Yeah.
Psyched. Not psyched.
Yep.
Hey, I wanted to talk a little bit about what we call around here tuning problems using the blocking system. So tuning stuff up, tuning problems down, easier, harder. It's pretty easy to understand. Obviously, 100% unblocked is tuned all the way down to the simplest. I think there's something really interesting about picking the cruxes, moving the cruxes around. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holds or 6 pairs of holds. Not a lot of movement there to play with, and you can still move the cruxes around significantly. So what I mean by that, leaving the footholds all the way blocked means they're technical. You can't just slap your foot on the wall and slide down until you hit it. That's obviously the easiest. This is a lot more precise. So if I'm gonna do that, I can go ahead and leave this all the way open. So my feet's more challenging, but I get the best out of this hold. In this tuning, the next one's also all the way open. So this move, it's really all just about the feet. So this move is to the most open, easiest version of that hold. And then you stand up, step through, step up, stand up, and pop to the top. That version is, again, the harder version. But you've got good hold, big move, so you gotta be a little precise there. So we've moved the crux to really the feet and just hitting the end. We'll do a version where we can block this one, and so that becomes, okay, now this is much harder to hold, obviously. One way to move the cruxes around there or kind of even them out in a way is we'll take this one off. So now the foot's easy, but the hands are hard. Reach up to the easiest version of that hand hold. We can do the reverse. We can leave this all the way open, so you're nice and easy, and then we'll block that. And then the whole crux is really just about hitting that hold, standing out. In that case, what I might do is probably pull this one off so that at least the step through is nice and easy. And I might pull this one off too. So make the feet much easier. This is going to be the more technical hand. You can really play with the levels of every single crux, every movement. I think it's a really interesting teaching tool. I'd like to see people, when you're people that are coaching, grab clients and take the same line, take ideally a series of 5 or 6 boulder problems, and each week move stuff, move these kind of blockers around, and you can focus on specific cruxes, specific movement, and I think that's a very valuable teaching tool. I hope that's what people start to do. Come on, brother. Yeah, no worries. Yep. Oh. Yeah, come on.
Oh.
The difficulty is decreased in the setup.
Yep.
Difficulty still feels the same reaching across just because you're losing the right hand.
Yep. You could unblock this foot, unblock first foot, block this.
Yep.
Unblock this, so that makes, at least you got the good foot. This is hard. Reblock these two because we're gonna unblock that one. So that's a nice big, mellow pull. So let's bring it back down to much more technical on the feet.
That feels good.
Hard hand, easy foot, get it. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, great. No worries. Come on. Nice. Great.
Now that this is blocked, right? So it's still good enough since I'm on this unblocked foot to drive up to the unblocked hold. But as you're building your core up, what keeps you in line and stops you from barn dooring is keeping tension on here. But obviously it's like a seam. You don't have as much purchase anymore.
Right.
So you're really feeling that in your body. Your body's giving you that feedback of this is about to pop. This is about to pop. So you have to really focus on keeping your hips in. And it's just a totally different stance, totally different type of tension. Every single variation has had a little subtle difference in it, a little bit of a nuance, a lot of it through body tension, right?
I think there's a lot left to learn about climbing movement. I think we probably a lot of us know, or we feel inherently we understand the movement, and you of course never finish learning about movement. You can't, it's a lifetime study. You know, some kung fu shit. But I think having these toys, it feels to me like you can really acutely start to feel it. Like you said, just where does the tension and the focus and everything changes when this hand's good, when this lower hand's good. And, you know, just the way you're turning your ankles, your hips. For me personally, I have a lot to learn still about movement after 35 years of climbing or something, and this is an interesting teaching tool, I think.